Hello and welcome back. Today we are continuing with the Fanhome Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Megazord build. This is part 19 and we are starting our Triceratops head. Looks likely we will need the LED light from the previous issue, so I'll put that to one side. Bring in our instruction manual, and without further ado, it's building time. So here we have our parts, and there's our screws. So immediately this is made of die-cast metal, so it's got a bit of weight to it. It's nice and solid. It's nice to see that we're getting more of the die-cast metal for some of the builds. And this will obviously pair with the saber-tooth tiger head, which was primarily a die-cast metal as well. One set of screws. There's our screws. So first up, we need to take our light housing. Yes, this is the light housing. We need to take our LED light from the previous issue, which has this wire wrapped around it. There we go. There's our LED light, and this will go like so. So we take one of our PV screws, and that's my screwdriver, and then we screw. There we go, that seems to have fitted in nicely. That goes to one side while we take out our inner part of the head and our eye socket, or eyeball rather. This will plug into the socket like so, and the housing will come in with like okay, so there is a gap there for the wire to come through, which is important. Then this wedge will clip on. No. There we go. There. So that will clip on like that. Take another one of our screws. And then This should fit into our skull piece, and that. So according to the instructions, holding this upside down, this should then connect like, I think that. That's it. So this one and this screw ports plug over these two connectors here. So line it up, and what you will see, there is a slight piece of plastic over the rim. We then just need two of our PWB screws. Brings that in, and same here. There we go. There we go. Then we need the inner panel. Which will pair on the okay, yep. So this screw socket will go over there, and then that little pin will plug in. So at once, there we go. Take another one of the screws. Like so, and then finally we take the inner panel, which will go over here like so, and I presume that will fit through. I don't know, it's not clear. Okay, so I think flicking through the instructions, the wire will actually go over the top of this. Yep, So that should plug on like so. Then the wire will just sit on top. It doesn't feed through by the looks of things. I will say that it is certainly not clear from the initial instructions. You can see here it almost looks like it's going to rest underneath, and there's no details here about the wire lift going above. However, skipping through, and spoiler alert to anyone who doesn't want to see it, the end of the head, you can see the wires here are separated just about from the connectors, so I'm assuming that they are going to go over rather than under or through. I certainly don't think they go under, because then the connector doesn't fit in properly, and I think the wire's a little too thick to go through the gaps. And there we have the left side of our Triceratops head completed. Let's get these spare screws out the way. I don't know what anyone else does with those. I've just got mine in a little tub. But there we have the start of our Triceratops head. We've got some nice white paint tabs around the eye. I like the red for the eye ball. I definitely like the die-cast metal. It's a nice dark shade of blue. And presuming any other parts of the Triceratops which are plastic, the blues should match up nicely, so it doesn't look like we're going to have the same issue that we had with the saber-tooth tiger, or at least hopefully. There we go. That was part 19. Now leaves us for looking at this week in Power Rangers. Here we have episode 19, Green with Evil, part 3, The Rescue. Who is the more evil? That makes no sense. We get a profile on Scorpina, and we get our standard episode summary with some stills from the episode, and I think this week's interesting fact will be the first appearance in the series of one of the new villains of the franchise, Scorpina. The episode was initially titled Desperately Seeking Scorpina, a nod to the title of the famous movie of the 80s, Desperately Seeking Susan. So there we have it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will be back soon. Until then, stay safe and may the power protect you.